Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our webinar, Revolutionize Mobile Campaigns, the Power of Unilink and Anti-Fraud Tools. I am thrilled to have you all here with us today. My name is Divya, and I'll be hosting this session alongside two of our esteemed guests, Ayush, a product specialist at Approve, and Vanika, a mobile marketing expert from Adda 247. So, before we dive in, a quick housekeeping note. Feel free to drop your questions in the chat throughout the session. We'll address them during the Q&A at the end. So today, we'll cover two powerful tools that are transforming mobile marketing. The first one would be Unilink, our deep linking solution that improves user journeys and increases conversions. And the other one is Anti-Fraud Tool, which is an advanced solution to tackle fraud and protect your marketing budget. So I guess by the end of this webinar, you will have actionable insights to optimize your campaigns and maximize your ROI. So let's get started and begin with Unilink, our cutting-edge deep linking solution. Unilink is designed to simplify user navigation and ensure a seamless transition from ads to in-app content. This helps marketers boost conversion rates, reduce drop-offs, and enhance overall user experience. But what makes Unilink truly special? It's platform agnostic, meaning it works seamlessly across iOS, Android, and web, ensuring that no matter the device or app status, users always land where they need to be. So to give us a deeper understanding, let's hear from Ayush, who has worked really closely with this feature of Approve. Ayush, could you tell us more about the mechanics of Unilink and how it exactly fits into a mobile marketer's toolkit?
Sure. Thank you, Divya. Thank you for inviting me and thank you for conducting this. Hi, Vanika. Hi, everyone. Talking about Unilink, obviously Unilink is a very important feature when it comes to app owners for, even for targeting right set of audiences, as well as making sure that you are able to retarget and re-engage your users. Now, if I talk about Unilink, this is a combination of a smart routing and a dynamic content delivery to ensure that user lands on the most relevant page and based on their intent and context. So you do understand that what we are trying to achieve from Unilink over here is that we are trying to make sure that we give power to app owners so that they are able to focus on the right set of customers. So I'll take an example to, so that all our audiences can understand this. So Unilink is a combination of deep linking and deferred deep linking. That means, say for example, if a user clicks on a promo ad, right, but doesn't have an app installed, what Unilink does is that it redirects them to the app store based on the device's OS. Now, once they install the application and then they open the app, it brings them straight to the promotion page that they were interested in. So this is very useful when you're running, any promotional campaigns or any such kind of things. And also it helps you to remove all the unnecessary steps and keep the user engaged, right? And to be very honest with you, it's not just about installations. Unilinks are equally effective when we're talking about, as I said earlier, it's equally effective when we're talking about re-engagement campaigns or retargeting campaigns. Like, obviously, Adda 247 and Vanika themselves have been using Unilink a lot, but they're part of the story Vanika will be telling. But then we also have one of the food delivery applications of Europe. They use Unilink to send push notifications to take users directly to their cart, right, for a trending deal or maybe some coupons that they're running, which actually increases the chance of conversion. So you do understand it helps to increase the ROI as well, the more focused ROI.
Right. That sounds very interesting, Ayush. Can you share another success story of some other client, maybe?
Sure, absolutely. So one of our retail clients, so they use Unilinks for their holiday campaigns. What they did was that they created a dynamic ads tailored to the user preferences, right? Now, when you create some ads like this user preferences, you want to create a lot of lot of customization. You want to put a lot of customization into it. So the Unilink does support that as well. Like, say for example, if you want to show them shoes to one segment, maybe you want to show shoes to one segment and then handbags to other. So you can do all these things with deep links, and they did the same. And deep links in these ads led users directly to the relevant product page. The result was that they were able to, in the same marketing budget, they were able to increase click to conversion rate by 40%, right? When they were using, the result was that they were able to increase their conversion rate. In fact, when they were not using deep links, the conversion rates were pretty down. So this is how your deep links and unilinks, they actually help you. The combination of deep links and unilinks, it's a great for any app owners to make sure that they bring most out of their ROI.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you, Ayush, for sharing deep insights. Vanika, I again welcome you, and I thank you for joining us. And we are really glad that you are here with us on this webinar. So I would like to ask you, Vanika, as a marketer, how do you think Unilink impacts customer acquisition and retention strategies?
Okay, firstly, Divya, thank you so much for having me here. Thank you, Atrof team, for this. So, as a marketer, I feel Unilink has a huge impact on both the fronts. For acquisition, it ensures a frictionless onboarding experience for the user, and I think also it helps user to land up where it wants to. So imagine a new user clicking on an ad for a discount and being redirected directly to the offer in the app, and that too after installation of the app. So I think that is the ease that Unilink is bringing to the users right now. And if we talk about retention, I think it's more about personalization for the user. A brand can personalize its ads, its user journey as per the requirement. So I think brands can create highly targeted re-engagement campaigns for their different verticals, for their different products. As Ayush also mentioned that the retail brand was doing targeting with their different products for the different users. So I think this is what Unilink can help us with. So if a user, for example, if a user abandons their cart and you can send them a retargeted link for the same card so that user can have a seamless experience of closing that card and making that purchase. So you get that revenue back to your system. So that's how Unilinks are helping us, I think.
Awesome. Can you share any campaign examples of your own, maybe?
Yeah, sure. So I think I would like to share about how we have been promoting our products on Telegram for more than a year now. So when we started off, it was only tracking only views or clicks through the ads that we were promoting on Telegram. But the real challenge was that we were not able to have any surface level targeting or surface level metric to gain the idea of the marketing analytics. So understanding a true marketing performance for the platform, Unilink was something that helped us with. So after implementing Unilinks in our Telegram marketing campaigns, we were able to measure precise channel installs. We were able to track campaign level conversions also and optimize our marketing spends according to that. So this also helped us with reducing the unnecessary marketing costs, target product revenue, and increase at least to 15-20% of revenue here.
This is very nice. So guys, let's take a quick poll here. I would like to know how many of you are already using deep linking in your campaigns. There'll be some answers on your screen and you can select one and we'll review the results shortly.
In fact, meanwhile, while our audiences are giving this poll, I would also like to highlight that, because in fact, Vanika also talked about how they're using it, Unilinks for retargeting a particular set of customers, right? In fact, it's, Unilink combined with one of the other features that we have is called audience segmentation. I think Vanika has been using that. She has been, the whole Adda 24/7 team has been a major support for helping us to develop all such kind of features. And, one of the features called audience segmentation, which actually helps to create multiple segments, right? Where with the help of the Unilinks, you can very well retarget them. So the way to retarget them and as well as the audiences that you are retargeting, both are available on the attribution platform. This is where mobile attribution actually, comes into the picture. This is where mobile attribution unfolds, right? This is how app owners can actually utilize the potential of any platform. So that is all there. But meanwhile, yes, let's see what the results of the poll. How many are answering?
So yeah, great to see your responses. It's clear that there's a lot of interest in optimizing campaigns with deep linking. And if you guys are not using it yet, now is the time to consider its potential with Appro, of course. So, all right, let's shift gears and talk about fraud, which is a major challenge in mobile marketing. Fraudulent activities like click spamming, SDK spoofing, and install farms can drain budgets and distort performance metrics. And I can tell you that our anti-fraud tool is designed to protect your campaigns by identifying and blocking fraudulent activities in real time. So let's hear from Ayush about how these tools actually work. So Ayush, over to you.
Correct, correct. A very important and a very, I would say, a very a question that actually haunts all the app owners, to be very honest with you, because without an anti-fraud tool, it's like putting your marketing budget to fire. So any anti-fraud tool, in fact, precisely the AppProof's anti-fraud tool is something which has used advanced machine learning algorithms to analyze millions of data points of user interaction, right? So we have a lot of clients, we see a lot of in-app events, we see a lot of installs, we see a lot of behaviors, how these installs are happening, what kind of traffic these installs are coming. So we have figured out few of the key indicators, right? Say, for example, I would say click to install anomalies, right? I mean, say high click volumes. When one particular partner, one particular source that you see that has a high click volume traffic, but then there's a very less number of installs. That means your conversion rate is down. Again, this is something which one would suspect that it might be click spamming, right? Our anti-fraud mechanism will help you to detect that as well as to mark them as rejected also. Device fingerprinting is something which we see that, if multiple installs are coming from same device IDs, obviously, why would app owner want to, pay for one particular install or one particular event twice, right, to any of the partners or any of the sources of traffic? It doesn't make sense. So we make sure that, all these powers are at the fingertip of app owners with the help of anti-fraud settings. Another one would be, say, event timing or maybe SDK spoofing, where when we see very unrealistic fast user actions from download to install and then to in-app events. I mean, if all these click to install time or install to event time is too low, we speculate that there might be a case of SDK spoofing, and then our mechanism, they run multiple algorithms on this particular behavior, and with the help of our anti-fraud settings, we are able to mark them as well, separately in the fraud report. Along with that, I would like to highlight one of the key features, or you can say it's a jewel in the crown, that is we have SDK signature. So consider this as an OTP for all your banking transactions. We will provide you with, say, 24-digit alphanumeric key, and this is encrypted key. So you do understand, if you do not leak this OTP, this key obviously, but in that case, nobody will be, almost you will be able to block at least of 99% of the frauds that are happening with you. And it's not that we are it's not that these are only 4 or 5 parameters on which we check for fraud. We check for a lot of these things. We check for a lot of behaviors, and our tool automatically marks these behaviors and mark the source, ensuring that only legitimate traffic is accounted for. So I'm making sure we are coming up with multiple parameters as well, in the future, to make sure that all the we can train the machine so much that they are able to detect all kinds of patterns of the fraud. So this is how our anti-fraud works. So I mean, it's most important for any app owners to make sure when they're running their attribution cycle, or when they're trying to up the game of attribution, it's very important that they use anti-fraud setting. I mean, it is going to help them at large. I mean, it is going to help them in the long run. So I think this is very important. Yes.
Yeah, so that's very powerful and fascinating. I am sure this tool is already helping a lot of app owners out there.
I'm pretty sure I would agree on that as well. I mean,
yeah, of course, Vanika, you were saying something? No? All right. So, Ayush, can you share any real-world examples for this anti-fraud tool?
Yes, obviously. One example I can think of, one particular example, is the gaming app client. So basically, we work with a lot of industries and everyone, and one of which was a gaming client. So basically, they detected there was an anomaly in terms of installs and in terms of their in-app events and everything else. So they detected that there was 25% of the installs that were running within their campaigns, right? And once they started using anti-fraud settings, they were able to detect this and they were able to close this. So after implementing anti-fraud tools, they actually saved somewhere around $40,000 to $50,000 in ad spend, and then they relocated their budgets to genuine traffic, improving over ROI by 20%. So you do understand that if any app owner or any marketer that is using anti-fraud settings, and it is actually helping them to safeguard their marketing budget at first, and secondly, they can very well strategize for the campaigns on which they can actually spend, right? So this actually helps them to scale the campaigns that are bringing them genuine traffic. So this will actually help them to increase the ROI, just like the example that I told you just a moment ago. So this is how I think, to be very honest, anti-fraud, this is something which I would, if I had an app, I would definitely go for this.
Amazing. Vanika, from a marketer's perspective, how does fraud impact campaign strategy, and how can tools like AppProof help in that?
So I think fraud is a silent killer of marketing analytics. Every fake click, every bot sign up, it's stealing more than just your budget. So without a fraud detection, you are essentially paying for fake traffic, which skews your metrics and misguides the whole strategy for you. So as a marketer, I think anti-fraud tools are to be great guard against this. For instance, we have been extensively working with affiliate partners and agencies, and we know how the network works sometimes. So working on that fact that affiliate campaigns provides me with the genuine users to the system, and there is a good campaign results, it was essential for an anti-fraud tool to be in place that not only blocks the fraud but also helps me with the clarity on partner and campaign level for further optimization. So I think that's how fraud tools have been helping me and helps any marketer in the industry to gain clarity on their campaigns and detect the right way to go ahead on the user journey. So, yes.
And what advice would you give to advertisers about preventing fraud?
So I think the biggest advice from my side would be that always closely monitor your data. You might never know in a day or in an hour, the whole thing would change for you. And I think here comes where Aptrov is really helpful, making real-time alerts and actionable insights on what is happening on the system. And if there is any upstick on or installs or any other numbers, so that we stay ahead of what already frauds are doing around in the network.
I totally agree. All right, now let's open the floor to your questions. Please type them into the chat and we'll address as many as we can. We are waiting. All right, we have the first question here. Does Unilink support retargeting and re-engagement? Ayush, would you like to answer this one?
Obviously. I mean, absolutely. Unilink does support retargeting and re-engagement. We just discussed about it. So all your re-engagement needs, all your retargeting needs, everything will be addressed. Unilink is capable enough for that.
All right. Next question I have for you. Can we customize Unilinks as per the need of the app and marketer?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, you can very well customize Unilinks, be it custom link name, be it campaign names, be it specific to any kind of page that you want users to take them down. Or in fact, we do even provide you, if you want to add your own branded domain, in that case, you can very well just go ahead with the customization.
All right. Okay. So next question would be, can Aptrov block fraudulent installs before they are attributed?
Obviously, yes, that's a need. That's the use case of anti-fraud. We do aim at blocking, all the installs before they are attributed to partners, right? So we make sure that all the fraudulent installs are marked as rejected and put in a separate bucket, where these installs won't be reflected to to the networks or to the other parties, so that there's no data discrepancy. The whole idea is to make sure that app owners and partners remain at data transparency, right? To build trust and everything else. So we make sure that all the rejected installs right from the source before attributing to any partner are marked as rejected.
Right. So there's one question that two of our attendees have raised. How does Aptrov handle post-attribution fraud?
So when I'm answering about this, when we talk about post-attribution fraud, this is something where we're talking about, say, installation, say in-app event frauds, or maybe say post-analysis frauds, right? So what we do is basically there's a two mechanism. One is the post-analysis of the fraud, and the other mechanism, fraudulent data, where we check for all the data pointers and all the parameters on the approved data and as well as on the rejected data, and we make sure that we do not miss any. There's a post-analysis mechanism. Along with that, there is a mechanism of S2S integration as well as anti-fraud, right? So S2S combined with anti-fraud can actually help you to make sure that you are actually, receiving the 100% data accuracy between your in-app events that we record as well as what your servers record. So this is how we actually, tackle the post-attribution data of fraud. Go ahead.
Right. All right. So the next question is Unilink data free of fraudulent activities? Like maybe they are talking about Unilink. Does Unilink support anti-fraud setup or not?
All right. So see, first of all, to be very honest with you, no data is free from fraudulent activities. I mean, Vanika being one of the major marketers as well as she's taking care of all the campaigns from Agda and Study IQ. She would also understand that no data is free from fraudulent activities. It's not possible, right? Because this industry is ever growing, and we are also trying to improve our mechanisms. But then yes, we do support anti-fraud mechanism in Unilink. So very well, app owners can take advantage of it. They can leverage that. And all the known kinds of fraud, as well as all the frauds that we train our machine for, we churn a lot of data sets, and we make sure that our mechanisms and our algorithms are up to date. So all the known kinds of fraud, as well as the frauds that we can predict, we already marked them as inside our naughty list. So they won't be able to get past that fraudulent setups. But yes, I mean, we do support anti-fraud settings, and yes, we make sure that we actually try to minimize the risk of fraud in Unilink data.
Right. Ayush, can Unilink be used for APK and out-of-store apps?
Yes, definitely. I mean, like deep links or Unilinks. This becomes a necessity for app owners who are having their applications outside Play Store, or maybe if they are APKs. They can use Unilinks for multiple things. They can use Unilinks to run Facebook ads. They can use Unilinks for directly taking users to their APKs or something like that. So yes, that can be done, obviously.
Right. Okay. Another one. Can you explain detected fraud to help us understand patterns or sources?
Yeah, obviously we have fraudulent report. I mean, we display all kinds of analysis, as well as why we have marked anything as fraudulent, as well as we also display the source name or the traffic name, against the number of frauds that have been marked. So all such kind of report will be available to app owners as well as to marketers, and in fact, if app owners want, it will be available to partners as well. So we're not trying to, rejection traffic can come from anywhere, right? It's not necessary that any particular traffic source is putting up some or doing some mischievous things. It's just that the traffic source or the nature of the traffic in this particular industry is such that we have to be more careful about all these things, and we have to make sure that app owners and partners both are at transparency of what kind of traffics are actually sending this. Actually, this helps partner as well. They can actually improve their sources, right? Which actually will help them to run more campaigns with app owners and bring out more out of their business. So that is there. Fraudulent report is there. Yes.
And do we provide custom fraud detection rules?
Yes, we do provide custom fraud detection rule called as Fraud Shield, as well as we have validation rules as well. So you put a lot of validation pointers over there.
All right. Monica, this one is for you. How does anti-fraud tool affect attribution reporting? And does this actually help in managing affiliate payouts?
So I think Ayush already answered the half of it. So as he said, that there's already the fraud is already being attributed is detected before it is attributed to a partner. So what you can see on the system, or what the partner can see on the system, is only the good installs, or I would say the approved numbers. So how it helps us save it? So when we are only paying for the approved numbers, and even the post validation that Appro provides is something that also helps us further. So after all the fraud has been detected, there's a post validation also done on the number of installs or other events, which further help us to only pay for the genuine number that is coming, be it any sort of model that you are running, CPI or a CPS, or maybe a CPA or a registration model. So anything it is, but I think we are only paying for when it is approved. So that's how we are saving a lot on not paying for any sort of detected fraud or any other numbers. So yes, it really helps on allocating the right budgets.
All right. We are waiting for more questions here if there is any. Okay, so there's one question. How does Aptrove platform handle multi-touch attribution in the context of fraud detection?
All right.
If you can take this one.
Sure. Sure. So Aptrove as a platform or as an MMP, we handle different set of fraudulence, right? When we talk about multi-touch attribution, this does not comes under the context of fraud detection. This comes under the context of attribution modeling, right? So basically, if I think what our guest is trying to ask is basically that how we handle multi-touch attribution. So we do handle multi-touch attribution by attributing it to multiple sources. We have Unilinks where we can do first touch attribution, and ideally the whole MMP industry works on last touch attribution. So we also work on last touch attribution as well. So we do that as well. Rest, if it is a fraud, also in the context of fraud detection as well. I mean, if it's a fraud, we won't wait for it to be a multi-touch fraud. We will simply mark them for one small mistake. And if there is one parameter which goes against our fraudulent mechanism, we'll simply mark them and make sure that app owners are protected on that.
I get it. All right. So I guess we have questions. Sorry?
Yeah, we have one more question. Are these anti-fraud systems 100%
Yes.
accurate?
Yes,
Right.
yes, yes.
So I think because Vanika is also there, she's an app owner, she has been using our services. It's very to be very honest with you, all the mechanisms that we use, anti-fraud mechanisms, these are all machine learning algorithms, right? At the end, these are algorithms that are detecting fraud in systems. So once you understand that any anti-fraud systems on this industry cannot be 100% accurate, but yes, we do strive to achieve the best, right? We make sure that we are not actually we make sure that all the frauds that exist in the market, all the probable type of frauds that can happen, all the patterns that can probably emerge in future, we are training our machines for that. We're training our algorithms for that, to make sure that whenever these fraud comes in, we are ready for that. We are ready to tackle them. So although 100% is not the, I mean, I won't over quantify it, but then yes, again, I mean, if not 100%, we are 99% there.
Awesome. This is awesome. Vanika, would you want to share anything about your experience of working with Apptrove and using these tools on Apptrove? Anything?
I think it has been a great journey till now. It's been a year that we have been working together. And as I said, it's a machine learning. So I think we have done a lot of product implementations and a lot of stuff there. So yes, it has been a great journey, and I'm actually happy that we have been using Apptrove, and it has really helped us with our marketing campaigns. And I think we'll be going out and doing a lot of product implementation. So yes, it has been a good.
Awesome. So thank you so much, Ayush and Vanika, for sharing your expertise today. And thanks to all of you for joining us. If you'd like to explore Unilink or anti-fraud tools further, please reach out to our team or visit our website. And we'll also send out a recording of this session and additional resources to all of you. Have a great day and see you at our next webinar. Thank you, Ayush. Vanika, thank you again.
Thank you.